A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. Again, a divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All power to the people. The struggle. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I see some of y'all already here. Some of y'all already in the building. So I know that y'all didn't hit the mega. I already know that. Y'all here in the building. DC's in the building. You dig what I'm saying? I see it already. So I guess we still all in the same space. Right? Phillips in the building. No Phillips ain't hit the mega. You dig what I'm saying? Mateen up in the spotty spot. Ain't none of y'all here. Come on, man. Darrell up in the spotty spot. Salute. Salute. Right there. That's my angel investor right there. He keeps people receiving therapy, But I can see he ain't hit the mega. He in the building, Man, what's really going on? What's going on? Kelly Mills in the spotty spot. Make sure all of the green screen information is up and running. Make sure the green screen information is up and running. Because since we here, we ain't hit mega. We still in the same position that we was in last night. We might as well get into some content. We might as well make an attempt to give a solution after we analyze and critique this very weird dynamic that has seeped into the hearts of some men. Gotta be. Yeah, and remember when Pac said the hearts of men, right? So, what's going on? We'll figure it out. DJ Nick TV, what's good? Ain't no ARD, it's just Bliz. You need to DM me. Maybe, you could send me an invite so you can do an interview or something. Come on, man. Let's get this right. We almost at 8,000. We almost at 8,000. I was hoping to get to 10 by the end of the week, but we almost at 8,000. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the shares. Make sure as you come in the building, you share, you let the tribe know we here. Let the tribe know that we are here. So share, green screen popping, and let's get to it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You dig? I know at one point there was an agenda. Salute, Jolene, Ali. Salute. Thank you for the green screen. I do know that there wasn't an agenda at one point. And the agenda started way back, probably around 92, 93. But that agenda to effeminize men in this hip hop or in the entertainment industry, period, that has been completed. By the time you got the Lil Nas X, there's no more agenda. That's completed. It's done. That shit is firm. You know what I'm saying? When they gave Puffy the bag, it was there. So it's not even an agenda. It's not a conspiracy. It is what it is, right? But here's the thing that's very troubling and continues to be troubling and always finds itself in alignment with politics and how not only politics, but spirituality and a vibration, right, is being used as a weapon. It's like we said last night, it's like we said many other nights. These tools are being used as weapons, in this consistent fight. this fight to eliminate the heterosexual black man or heterosexuals, period, because I don't believe that women understand the dynamics of it and how they're making an attempt to also replace you. So you women, don't ignore it as if they're not utilizing it as an attack against you as well. But, you know, I'm gonna get into the meat of this thing. I saw a video again because one of the tribe members, of course, they always sending me DMs and want to pluck my brain. But you know, this is the only spot you're gonna get that. I've limited the accessibility, you know, because again, once you give and give and give, our people will take and take and take and not replenish. So this is the only spot you're going to be allowed to get any notion of what I may be thinking about certain things. All right. So they send me the video, little clip of an interview with Westside Gunn, right? And this clown, Elliot Wilson dude, just all of a sudden he's just a fucking chuckle puss. You know, chuckle. I never met him personally, never been in his circumference, but every time I see him, he's a chuckle puss. Can't stop giggling and shit. And he has to be in my age group. Most people who y'all see who are spearheading these new platforms and movements are of a particular age. That's how they have access. You understand? Because they've been bonded. If you don't know what that bonded means and what being bonded means, that's a whole different bill. That's somebody who is financially able to handle money and checks for certain corporations because, you know, they fit a specific standard and they have been proven to have handled large sums of money or contracts and obligations, and they're trusted. So when they trust you, from when the Euros trust you, that you already know where you at with it. So these individuals are bonded, right? These are the individuals that these accountants have gone through and utilized their accounts and did all type of flushing of funds moving back and forth. So I know they are of a particular age because you don't see young folks, right? The 30 and under running these platforms. You don't see it. So I know they're of a particular age. So you shouldn't be laughing and giggling. Everything ain't funny. But that's another story. We see him, right, talking about this brand or several brands. But he said that he wears Celine, which is a fashion brand, Dior, and Givenchy, all European brands. And we already know about the materialism in hip hop. We know about that. And we will touch on it here and there, but he was adamant, and I'm not sure who he was talking to, but he said Brooklyn specifically. So I don't know if he was speaking to a certain artist or the people of Brooklyn by saying that we don't know what fly shit is. We don't know what being fly is. Like, we didn't understand what he was saying on several projects that he was putting out. And we don't understand that he's being fly by wearing a woman's purse or purses. I don't know what part of the game that is, but that damn sure ain't fly. A man in a purse or a satchel or a fanny pack or whatever the hell it is that they want to call it. I don't give a damn the designer. A man. And a particular type of man. In a purse. In an accessory that is made for women. Ain't fly. It's just not fly at all. But he was going there and he was adamant about it and said that people who were saying these things to him, right, are in Brooklyn and from Brooklyn, and we don't even go to Fashion Week. As if Fashion Week is the epitome of fly. This is where we're at now. We went from a space where hip hop was creating their own definitions of fly, because fly is our term. Fly is not the fashion world's term. Fly is a hip hop terminology. And we determined what was fly based on what we put together. So fly started to be, right, Carl Kanai. Fly started to be FUBU. Fly started to be a Walker wear. And then to Rocker wear. And then to Sean John. That was fly because it was something that we put together, right? Woo wear. These were brands that were considered fly and gave you a particular status. Now, I'm not going to act as if there was not a history, a space and time where we brought into the Euro brands thinking it was fly. Lord knows I'm not going to do that, because I done pounded many a Euro out for them ones in order to get some Gucci, right? In order to get some Liz Claiborne, in order to get some Sergio Tacchini and all these labels. I'm not going to even act like that. That was an era, right? From 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, where that meant you were fly, right? We know the history of the low lives, right? To where we blew Ralph Lauren up to a whole different lane. Tommy Hilfiger to a whole different lane. You understand? So we're not going to act as if we all didn't participate in being labeled hoes at one time or another. We damn near caught bodies in the street in Midtown on the Diamond Block, right? Wall Street area. Dragging Euros around to get them ones just so we can go and get fresh, dip, fly. We're not going to act like that. But fly is our terminology. So for somebody from Western New York to act as if that our measure of success should be draped in Euro clothing and Euro attire, and as if we in Brooklyn don't know what fly is, sadly mistaken. You understand? Fly wasn't us going to Fashion Week. Fly was Fashion Week coming to us, acting as if they couldn't operate if Sean John wasn't at Fashion Week, if Rockaware wasn't at Fashion Week. You understand? As if these labels, these hip-hop labels that were now outpacing the European labels, even the couture labels, weren't a part of that. So you confused, homie. You wearing a purse does not determine whether or not people from Brooklyn understand what fly is. Now, you're going backwards. And that's where the industry has gone over the past decade. It's gone backwards to people saying that they are valid, that they are bosses or moguls because they can drape themselves in European attire. And that should be an aspiration for us. You did? Nah. So when you say dudes never wore this, right? You saying dudes never wore these Euro clothing? I'm fly. I'm wearing Celine. I'm wearing Dior. Y'all never wore this. Nigga, we was wearing Dior in 88. Givenchy? Son, motherfuckers outgrew that. That was a dub. That was a dub. Y'all going backwards. Y'all going backwards. With that, what are we doing? So, since he made it a point to make an attempt to disrespect people because they're not wearing these clothing, especially the purses, right? Because I have to make the assumption that's where the beefs are coming from, because you're running around in purses and furry footwear. You dig what I'm saying? Something that I'm absolutely sure you weren't wearing. And y'all was getting bread. You understand? For many years. Many years. So do the street dudes in Buffalo aspire to wear purses? Or is that something? Because somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen all three of them on that label, which was Griselda, or is Griselda. I never seen all three of them together and either one of them rocking a skirt or a purse. This has been separately when a lot of bullshit has been going on. I never seen them when they was on the come up wearing purses and furry footwear. I don't see all three of them in a pic. I never seen them in a block or on the block with their older pictures when they were in high school wearing purses. Furry boots. I mean, we know that the snowstorms come from Buffalo. We know that. So where was his furry boots when he was on the block hustling? That's all I want. Where are the pics of him in the furry boots when he was in middle school, high school, in the streets? So at what point are you representing that? All right? If I'm wrong, somebody from Rough Buff, from Buffalo, let me know if I'm wrong. If they've been wearing purses, then correct me. You're more than welcome to come to my IG and DM me and show me that these dudes been wearing purses and skirts and been wearing these brands. That was a outfit while they was out there slinging them rocks, allegedly. You understand? Because he sure is standing firm on it now. But since that's what you want to represent, let's see, right? What Celine is. Celine was founded by Celine Vipiana, or Vipiana, and her husband Richard in 1945 as a made-to-measure children's shoe boutique. Salute, Sanders. Thank you for the green screen, right? The shop, right, was denoted by a highly distinct red elephant logo. Now, let's fast forward. More than a decade later, Vipiana used her success as a launch pad to branch out into ready-to-wear with the goal to deliver fashion to the everyday woman. I don't think that dudes on the block in Buffalo, in Batavia, and the surrounding areas are the everyday woman. I trust me. I've been in the mountains with Buffalo dudes. Some of the strongest dudes in the yard. Dudes is repping 315 on a bad day. Shout out to all the counties upstate, Western New York, Central New York, Northern New York, some of the strongest dudes. And come from highly highly racial separatists ran counties and municipalities. They get racism like we have never seen in the boroughs. All right? Thank you, Seth, for the super chat. All right? Straight like that. Cock strong. Dudes is repping 315, coming outside 8, 9 o'clock in the yard. Strong. Solid brothers, too. Don't care about your rep from the borough or nothing. You out of line, they're going to park you. So let's not make that mistake. But this brand, as you see, was created to deliver fashion to the everyday woman. Because the everyday woman needed something to represent. All right? Let's not play games, right? And she launched a sportswear-driven line, right? That revolved around wool, skirt suits, fitted shirts, leather vests, and pastel colored denim. I don't think they wear fitted shirts and leather vests on the block while they get into that ones, while they doing all this tough gangster shit in Buffalo. Pastel colored denim. I don't think that's the uniform for the block, especially leather vests and wool skirt suits. I don't know. If I'm wrong, y'all hit me. Right? Vipiana added leather accessories in 1966, including bags, belts, and gloves. Right? Yeah. For women. For women. Let's continue. Let us continue. Right? Celine, until she died in 1997 at 84 years old, was immediately succeeded by, how you doing, Michael Kors. Right? Who was successful for spearheading other European labels. Kors, right, brought to Celine, my bad, his trademark sportswear sensibilities of luxury and easy glamour. I didn't think Griselda Records was about luxury and easy glamour. I thought they was with the shits. I thought that they were with the shits, not easy luxury and glamour of accessorized bags. So since we don't know what Celine is, I had to do my research. This is what Celine is. This is what the brand is. Luxury glamour. Easy. So, you know, the everyday woman can feel important. That's what's the descriptive of it. But I bet he also didn't know that there was a lot of racial shit going on within the brand, and that some of the most famous black supermodels boycotted and had a lot to say. Namely, Iman and Naomi Campbell, together with Beth Ann Hardison, right? Yeah, Mahogany. Yeah, you know I'm going there. Beth Ann Hardison, who knows fashion. Who knows fashion, right? Who knows fly? Since he said Brooklyn didn't know fly. Beth Ann Hardison ran one of the premier modeling agencies in the city. Okay? They boycotted because Celine has never had a colored person showing in their collection ever. That was back in 2013. That's how recent that was. So from they started in 1945 to 2013, they never had a black represent their brand. But your ass is talking about dudes is not fly because they don't know what Celine is. And you're wearing a Celine purse after telling everybody that y'all Griselda records, you know what Griselda is? Griselda Blanco? I'm sure. I never seen her in a Celine bag or fly. To that degree, she was gutter. I think that's why y'all named y'all label after, right? So, but I'm starting to see a pattern. The label is named after a woman. You are wearing purses wrapped and made and created by a woman. None of these women are black. So you must have an affinity for Euro women. That's deep in your soul because it touched you to the point that where you had to bark on people from Brooklyn. Hold on. Not done. We ain't done. Christian Dior. Right? Hold on. Who is a Euro man? Right? Started his collection in 1947. Right? Huh? As a new look. The new look was a revolutionary era for women at the end of the 40s. Hold on. But we don't know Christian Dior. He, again, Dior retained some of the masculine aspects as they continued to hold popularity through the 1940s, but he also wanted to include more feminine style, right? Because these are Euro. These are France, Parisian designer labels. But you repping that in 2023. Hard body. We don't know what it is. Dior got famous because of European aristocracy in Hollywood. They pushed him through. And to this day, never fell off. Never fell off. But these are brands designed by women and effeminate men for women. Wasn't created or made to be hip-hop fly. Wasn't made to be hip-hop fly and rep by grungy, hard, gangster street dudes from Western New York. No. 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 Givenchy, since everybody want to run with that, founded his own luxury house and launched new collection with some floaty skirts, puffy blouses made from raw cotton. That's how you start. That's how he started. So as everybody's running around wearing this shit and acting as if that is fly. Like, I'm fly because I'm representing my measure of success is a European brand. And since I'm so fly with it, I'm going to wear the women article. I'm not going to consistently stay wearing the men because most of these couture lines and houses, the things that they make for men, you never see. You don't know what it is unless you know what it is. They don't put the labels and the trademarks out and stand out. Because men are who they are. Their style is their style based on what you see, not on what you can read. You understand? Women showboat a little bit more. You understand? That's a that we reading, that's a European woman or female white woman trait to run around representing a brand, trying to put others down because this is the brand, right? Because this bag costs $10,000 and your man didn't buy it for you. That's what high fashion is. Women showcasing what their man bought them. That's historically what it was. Your man can't afford this. That's what high society was about. Eurocentric mind. Eurocentric woman mind. That's what it was. So now that the agenda is complete and we're into affirming, because it's no longer agenda. That shit was already done. Gripper Gang made sure that the agenda was passed. We're in the affirmation stage, like we're stamping this. That heterosexual individuals have no place in Hollywood hip hop. We're going to make it very uncomfortable for them. They had a time where they was able to sustain. Nah, we're not tolerating it. Now, this is what it is. It is effeminate. It is rainbow. Either you're in or you're not eating in this space. That's an affirmation. It's not an agenda. It's not a conspiracy. The conspiracy moved through the 90s. The agenda moved through the 2010s. It is an affirmation now. It is a stamp. So when you're saying that you're fly, all right, because you're repping these brands, draped in it. And the only way you can be truly draped in it is if you use the articles that are made for women. The scarves, the skirts, the bags. That's the only way you can be draped in it. When you're wearing something over your head and over your face, that's a scarf. That's a scarf. Right? Who you see in those scarves? Marilyn Monroe, Greta Garbo, Jackie Onassis, Coco Chanel. Those who wear those wear scarves. They're draped. They're draped in it. That's just actual facts. So what is fly to you? What is fly to you? Who you are making an attempt to dehumanize by saying that we not fly if we're not in this, if we don't wear this, if we don't purchase this, or are not in bed with them to the point of where they may be giving it to you for free. Yeah, Greta Garbo on all of them, Betty Davis, all of them. Marlena Dietrich, all of them, scarves. They wear scarves made by Dior. You dig? Come on now. Gotta keep it a buck. You ain't convincing me that wearing women's articles of clothing is fly. That it's it. Stop that bullshit. Nah. You ain't convincing me for shit. I don't care what you wearing. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your bank account says. Nigga, women articles of clothing are not fly when it's on a man. So if you got something to tell, if you want something to get off of your chest, and you got to, let us know. Trust, there's no prejudice. There's no bias. Be who you are. Everybody else is. But stop fronting and acting as if you are the beholder of fly. Got to do better. Got to do better. So again, people, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in y'all. Salute to the people of the power. Salute to the people and to the power of the struggle. Much appreciated for all the green screens and super chats. All right. Much appreciative to my moderators. Oh yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. But, nah, son. You got to stop wearing purses. You got to stop wearing purses. And these platforms got to cut that bullshit out, too. I'm saying.